Good evening, Andy. Thank you for joining us after tonight's 2-1 victory over at Altrincham. Just give us your initial thoughts for us, please.
Yeah, absolutely delighted. 3 massive points. Obviously a long trip on a Wednesday night after a long trip at the weekend. So overall, not our best performance of the season by any stretch, I would have said. But certainly we found a way. We rallied well. And what it did show was the character and belief in this group. When it's backs against the wall, they've still found a way and won a game of football.
Obviously, going in at half-time 0-0, what did you want more of to get 2 goals in the second half?
I knew we had to be better second half, to be honest, because we weren't good enough first half. Although we had a couple of chances ourselves, we took a lot of pressure from them. We had to defend a lot of crosses. Our clearances wasn't good enough. We weren't doing the things we do well normally, like tracking runners, etc. Wasn't good enough on the ball. So, like I said, we knew we had to be better second half. And to be honest, I think we were a lot better second half.
Kendige's back on the score sheet tonight, along with Alfie Bates' first goal. Just talk us through that.
Yeah, no, they both got the goals. Like you said, they got their goal from a set piece, I think, and they were knocking at the door. It sort of galvanised us a little bit. Obviously, we made a few changes, come right back into the game, had some chances, and then Ken's got another goal, header, brilliant. And you think a point, can you see it through? But we sort of seemed to get stronger and stronger, and then Alfie got a goal, which he's absolutely delighted with, and probably Manny's gone through at the end. The goal has made a good save, so could have been 3-1. But yeah, I think there was so much character shown tonight. On a Wednesday night, come all this way against a good team. They've got some good players. Make no mistake, they put a lot of balls in their box, and they'll be disappointed they've took nothing from the game. But we have to focus on ourselves, and for me, fantastic 3 points and enjoy the trip back.
Brilliant. So obviously just briefly moving away from tonight, in the FA Cup 4th round qualifying, we've been drawn at home to Hyde United. Just give us your first thoughts over it, really.
Yeah, always want a home draw, don't you, in the FA Cup or any cup really, so we're absolutely delighted with that. So to come out like that, it's great. What we won't do is underestimate anyone. We're at home, we like being at home, although we've played well away the last few games. But yeah, we're at home, but like I said, they've got 4G, so they'll be used to that. And one thing in the FA Cup, we know what can happen from what we did last year, so we'll take nothing for granted. We'll get them watched as well everyone else, and we'll prepare, ready for another tough game.
Before we obviously play Hyde next Saturday, this Saturday we'll host Morecambe at home. Again, your thoughts on them?
Yeah, another one. They've had obviously a difficult start. They've got players changing week in, week out. We've had them watched a few times. What I do know is they might be sitting at the bottom, but they've got some dangerous players. They score a lot of goals. So one thing you can't be is complacent. So we'll be prepared, as we always will, back at the Lamb. And it's really important that we back up the last 2 results. We've got 4 brilliant points in the last week. We then want to carry that on at Saturday at home to Morecambe.
And then finally, 71 supporters tonight. What's your message?
Yeah, no, I was going to say that. The fans are brilliant. They were brilliant Saturday at Hartlepool, and again, they were superb tonight. You can hear them, and I think they're backing the team.
Yeah.
And I think they're enjoying the product they're serving, because what they do know is this group don't give up, and they always give them something to cheer about, and they've done that again. But as we all say, it's a two-way thing. So, yeah, appreciate that, and look forward to seeing, hopefully, a lot more of them back at the Lamb Saturday.
Brilliant. We'll catch up with you again on Saturday.
Cheers.